welcome to today's reading. It's going to be a timeless reading for anyone asking the question, what do I need to shift about my present situation to progress positively? I'm breaking this reading down into 4 elements: fire, earth, air, and water signs. I will timestamp each of the elements and signs below. You're also welcome to treat this like a pick a card reading if you'd like. So I have a crystal representing each of the 4 readings, which will also be timestamped below. Quick run through, we have Citrine representing strength, the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the rough Tourmaline for protection, purification, the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We have the air signs, the clear quartz crystal representing Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. We have the very watery turquoise here for our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Like I said, I will timestamp those below. You're welcome to choose this by sign, element, or crystal. Before we get into the reading, I will just remind anyone who's never watched before or hasn't watched recently, I do strongly encourage you to do a grounding exercise and connect with collective energies ahead of this reading. You can do that while I'm shuffling and getting ready for each deck. If you've never done that before, I have some suggestions provided in the description box below, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. This first reading is going to be for our fire signs. We have the Emperor representing Aries, we have Strength representing Leo, and we have Sagittarius representing Temperance. So that is who the astrological signs are for. If you'd like to pick by a crystal, we have the citrine crystal here. And of course, as I mentioned, this is for fire element if you'd like to choose by element. Okay, we're going to get a significator card for this reading, and then we'll get into the details. 10 of Cups. 2 of Swords popped out with it. The 10 of Cups is the significator for this reading here. What are we needing to shift to progress more positively? What a way to start. 10 of Cups. We've got 8 of Swords reversed. 3 of Stones. 4 Swords in your past energy. 'Death reversed in the future energy. We've got the Sun crowning this situation. And we've got the Six of Cups below. Let me spread this out a little bit. Slightly odd positioning of the cross, but it will work for our purposes here so you can see everything. Okay. Okay. Let's dig in and see what we have here. So the significator for the reading is the 10 of Cups. We love 10 of Cups, okay? But we don't assume 10 of Cups means all wishes will be fulfilled. 10 of Cups can be your ultimate goal in life. It can be achieving all of the things that you wish. For many people, that might be a happy family with a lot of financial security. That's what's represented in the card here with that rainbow in the background. Harmony, joy, those sorts of things. It is so very dreamy and so very, very perfect, that we know the Ten of Cups is always kind of that next step, something that's always off in the distance, that's motivating us to continue to move forward. That's the general energy here in the reading. And you, in your present situation, are represented by the Eight of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse in this reading, where we're focusing on what we need to shift to move positively in your current situation, I'm getting a lot of energy. The word is actually kind of new to me, but I think it explains this card incredibly well. And it's Epicurean, meaning spending a lot of your time and energy focusing on what makes you feel good. This is a strong energy that's coming from this card, right? There may have been a difficult situation in the past, so we've got this Four of Swords energy, kind of period of rest that came before this. And there may have been, even before that, a difficulty or a challenge which really pushed you into a period of rest, okay? But the present situation is really self-focused, really focused on how you can make yourself feel good, focusing on what you want in life. A lot of hedonism here, to be completely forthright. It could be, so that's one of the things that we need to be thoughtful of when we're focused on this question, what I need to shift. If you find that maybe you're overindulging as a means to satisfy yourself in whatever way that might be, so that might be something that's coming through here to really be mindful of and pay attention to. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but make sure we're not overindulging, only focused on the self, only focused on making ourselves feel good or doing the things that make us feel good. We want to create a balance, which is what's crossing you here, the Three of Stones. This is kind of your realization of your hard work, your realization of everything that you've put into some project, some challenge, the realization of it. It's crossing you. So you could have come into some more financial abundance recently. You could have completed a very difficult challenge, which is coming across here in this past energy. I'm just giving these as examples of the energy. I definitely feel there was some difficulty, some challenge. It could have been in many facets of life. It's not specific to a certain area of life. Examples of the challenge could have been a big project at work where you put in an incredible amount of hours. It could have been finishing an advanced degree where you put years of commitment into something. It could be getting through a difficult situation like a divorce, coming to some sort of legal agreement. There's no indication or direction on what that challenge is. It's very broad. But there's been a challenge that put you in a position of needing to rest, which also speaks to the Ten of Cups energy. Getting through this challenge is a very Ten of Cups moment for you, I feel. And you're celebrating this Eight of Swords in reverse. Your present situation could be a period of celebration. If you haven't gotten through this challenge yet, it could be talking about what's to come. Okay, it could be talking about what's to come. The present energy might be your thinking on, hey, I'm going to be treating myself once this is behind me. This is what you're planning on doing. It's why it's coming through as your present energy. You're realizing this accomplishment. But it's crossing you because if we stay focused in the realization of the dream, the realization of the goal, the completion of the cycle, and the celebration of the cycle, it can it can also throw things off balance. Okay, so we have the sun here crowning you, which is telling me a lot of this dream energy. This is either what could be, you could be manifesting, or what you're dreaming of manifesting, depending on how you're handling this present situation. And this is a reading about shifting positively from our present situation. We want to shift to the sun, and that's where you want to shift. I feel that many of you might be looking for some positive confirmation that you are moving towards the sun, and that is quite possibly true. But the shift that needs to happen is in realizing the celebration cannot go on forever. And it doesn't mean that you can't be in a peace or balanced situation. It means that sometimes we can take celebration too far. It can turn into difficult habits. It can create challenges in other areas of your life because you may be ignoring other aspects of your life during this period of celebration. So really, it's not, the shift is in not letting the celebration go on too long or get too far out of control. It's not saying don't celebrate. It's not saying don't recognize what you've overcome. But make sure that you're reeling yourself in. If you're moving too far down this path, and focus too much on taking part in things that make you feel good in the short term, but are not going to give you long-term gain. So that's really the shift that's happening, is making sure that the short-term rewards that you're giving yourself, the short-term celebration, the short-term luxuries, are not impacting your long-term goal, because you're seeing the sun here. So in order to progress forward positively, we need to recognize that life is not winning the lottery and then everything's perfect forever. While we would love that, it feels like a dream, we want to progress positively in reality. So just be mindful of setting boundaries with yourself. If you're participating in indulgences that could be dangerous, result in habits, or are not benefiting you in the long run. An example of this energy might be overspending that could harm your finances downstream. Buying very expensive purchases to reward yourself, and then you find in a year from now that you can't afford that because you really should have saved that money. That's an example of that. What we have unconsciously is the Six of Cups in reverse. You don't want to be operating in a way where you're alienating the people that support you or the community that could support you. So this is an unconscious thing that you might be doing. You don't want to be operating in a way where you're unconsciously alienating people that have helped you come to this position that you're in now, help you come through a challenge. You don't want to ignore aspects of your life that can help continue to foster the good relationships that you have. Possibly you might be overindulging in rest and isolating yourself a little bit too much, cutting yourself off from community and friends. Because here in this position, this future position, we have death in reverse. So death in reverse is saying this period will come to some sort of conclusion that will be forced upon you. You will have to cease this present situation if you continue on this path of mindlessly participating in all of the things that make you feel good without setting limits in any way. The limits will, limitless living will limit you at some point in some way downstream if you're not setting boundaries on this. That's what this death card in your future is saying, which means the sun just remains a dream. It doesn't bring itself into reality. Do we have any final advice for this reading? Any additional words on this reading? Okay, we have got the Emperor in reverse, Two of Cups, and the Druid of Swords. I think the final advice here is making a choice with yourself. You want to turn this dream, what you're really going towards, into a reality. You don't want this transformative energy here to stop you with difficult news or difficult information, a difficult cessation, a difficult end. You'd much rather have it be an evolution into the next stage of your journey. So thank you so much, fire signs, for joining me today. Okay, moving on to our earth signs. We have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo represented here with the rough Tourmaline. Earth signs, let's get a card as a significator card for you. Boy, one of the benefits of this deck is they pop out easily. Three of Wands as a significator for you. I love Three of Wands. Could be a journey, a change, something you've worked hard for. You're planning on the next season around this. Dreaming about the next phase in your journey. Present energy is we have Nine of Swords in reverse. Coming out of a period of a lot of fraught emotions, anxiety. Crossing you is the Lovers. In a season of making choices. Adept of Swords, also the Knight of Swords, if you're looking at RWS. What's in your past energy? Future energy is Ten of Cups, not too shabby. Crowning you, we have the Magician. Let's move this so you can see it. Final card. 3 cards. Let's take one card. Five of Cups. I like the Five of Cups reversed. Okay, earth signs. Let's get into this reading. So we touched a little bit on this Three of Wands energy. So a definite energy of coming to a period where you're ready to take a journey or move on to a next step. There's been, looking here just at your past and your present energy, you've come out of a period of a lot of hostility and aggression, potentially a lot of you, or a lot of really strong competition and activity in the past. So this being in the past, love that for you. It could be, just to give some examples on this energy, it could be a period of maybe a little bit too much going on in your life, feeling very chaotic, just constantly like going to bed, wake up, you hit the ground running, you're doing all of the things, charging forward. There's no thinking, there's just doing. You just need to get the job done. Maybe long hours, long days, lots of juggling. It could be conflict, some sort of aggression that you've come through, some sort of difficulty that you've come through, competition of some type. Maybe there's a competition for a promotion at work. Maybe there's a battle or conflict in a relationship that was very, very aggressive, very cutthroat, very harmful. This is not a positive energy here in the past. Very difficult energy, a difficult period or time that you've come through. We see your present energy is 9 of Swords in reverse. So there was a lot of anxiety and stress as a result of this situation. Your mind was just, look at this. This is a fantastic representation of 9 of Swords. Just constantly running, maybe a lot of insomnia, a lot of difficulty in keeping your thoughts straight, keeping your emotions in check. And you're now in a period of coming out of that. You know, the 9 of Swords reverse is, this is done. We're now not worrying so much anymore. Okay. I picked up the 5 of Cups. I meant to pick up the Lover's card. The Lover's card is crossing this, meaning you're coming out of this difficult situation, and now the thing that you're up against is having to make some type of choice. The choice may be, if this is a work situation that was just overwhelming, too chaotic, whether or not to stay in a job or not. You know, is that the positive shift you need to make? Something around your current life circumstances that was resulting in this energy that you're really thinking on and making you want to make a good choice around what comes next. I feel by the energy of the 3 of Wands here is, you know, you need to move on from something. You need to take some type of journey, almost stepping out into something new, something that feels a little bit unknown. You could be literally traveling somewhere, or have left a situation and are now in a new location, which is why this is in the past and you're feeling a little bit free. But there's still a choice here crossing you, some big choice around what to do next in your current circumstance, coming out of this difficulty, giving you a lot of experience and knowledge that, hey, I don't want to go back there. That is the last thing I want to do. So what do I need to shift to make sure I'm constantly moving in that positive path so that I'm not going back here? And that's your Lover's card. That's your choice that's here right now. That's what you're pondering on, and probably why you're watching this. So you're wanting to look at this from as many angles as you could possibly look at it from, to make the best possible choice for yourself in your present circumstances. So let's take a look at some of the other cards and see if we can get some advice here as well from this reading. What's crowning you is the Magician. So this is what you're hoping for making a choice, hoping that you can set your mind to something and bring that thing into reality. You're really focused consciously on manifesting your reality, bringing your dream into being. And it doesn't have to be your ultimate dream, but it could be one of the choices on this path. This is what I'd like to do. This is where I'd like to go. And very top of mind for you is, how do you manifest that and bring that into reality? What's unconscious, not aware to you, is this 5 of Cups energy. 5 of Cups is great energy. It's an acceptance, an energy of acceptance and coming out of this situation, like, it's like your soul has truly accepted the reality of this situation. This is wonderful, I think, in an unconscious energy, because it's saying that everything from far below the depths of your mind to what is right up front in your face, in your reality, you're aligned. And that is an important aspect of being able to manifest your reality and your situation. If you're going on this path, the way that you're going on is the 10 of Cups. So you do manifest that reality here if you stay on this path. So you're very much aligned in this area, have accepted whatever this reality is, and are ready to move to the next season, the future season. But the choice here is you're still torn on this choice. This reading isn't going to tell you what choice to make. None of them do. I'm pulling some cards asking for advice, and the first advice card we have out here is the High Priestess, saying you need to trust your intuition. We've got the High Priestess here. So in making this choice, you need to lean heavily on your intuition. You're very intuitive. We've got the Six of Wands here in reverse. Don't look for this to be an immediate victory or to be something that slams you in the face. Like, okay, you won. Problem solved. Choice made. Lottery won. Now all problems have gone away. I think you know that about the choice. Whatever choice you make, I don't think that the choice you make is going to be impacting your 10 of Cups. I think that whichever choice you make, you're still able to manifest a 10 of Cups outcome out of that situation, because you're very aligned here and you're very realistic about the choices and what the risks and benefits are of each. It's why it's a difficult choice, I feel, because there's no clear, this is better, A is better than B. It's not a clear direction. Both have their benefits, both have their risks. And it's why you're hung up on the choice. But the direction advice here is, don't think because you don't have some sort of immediate victory or you don't have like a huge sign that this is ding, 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 this is the right path, you chose the right one. It's telling you not to play into that, not put your hopes into getting some sort of sign of victory when you choose your path, because it won't appear on either one. Your victory is going to come far in the future. There's no wrong path. Yeah, you're not going to make a foolish choice. It's not going to put your life in any sort of imbalance, further imbalance. You won't be going back here. You've learned that lesson. Okay, I knew I was going to do that. Thank you, Earth signs, for joining this reading. I hope this resonated with you. I'd appreciate a comment if you'd like to claim this reading. Thank you. Okay, our air signs, we've got Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We're going to do your readings now, or your reading now, not plural. We'll start with a significator card. Eight of Swords reverse. Interesting. Different deck. Both decks shuffled. The Eight of Swords came out for fire signs. Not as the significator, but as a present situation. I do really love Eight of Swords reversed. It's a good energy for me, but it can be an energy, I think, of some sort of indulgence or just really focused on the here and now, kind of the hedonistic, can I say that, aspects of life, like what makes you feel good. Your present situation is the Apprentice of Swords. Present energy. Oh, what's crossing you is the sun. Okay. Oh, I don't think you're going to have a bad... I think air signs are where it's at today. What's in your past that's leading to this energy? Oh, Six of Stones in reverse. Feeling like you've had kind of a lack of charity, whether you have not been charitable. This is not your card. Future card for air signs. 10 of Cups. Boy, that just was the future card for earth signs. Okay. Crowning you, we've got the Druid of Wands. Like the King of Wands, okay. And we've got the Moon. We'll move these over here like this. Oh, I'm going to love this one. I love uncovering things, and this reading is going to have some stuff to unpack, I think. Okay, so general energy, Eight of Swords. So general energy, wanting to focus on you right now. A strong desire to focus on self. Doing the things that make you feel good, that you love. Like I said earlier, hedonistically, like earthly things. It can be dangerous energy. This is the general energy of the reading. We don't need to talk about what the risks are here because this is not part of that shift message, shifting in the positive direction. That's not part of this message. But it is then energy of really can be an indulgent energy. So just know that's kind of the energy here in this reading. Present situation, present you, present energy, Apprentice of Swords. So really thinking on a lot of logical thinking, a lot of planning, thinking deeply about a situation, looking into new things, maybe new possibilities. Crossing you is the Sun. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about the past here. Six of Stones here in reverse, kind of like your Six of Pentacles in reverse. But in this deck, it looks also very much like Six of Wands with this victory. And this energy is one of an imbalance, a lack of generosity, having to stop generous behaviors, maybe speaking to the Eight of Swords energy here. Very maybe bringing in a lot of the focus into yourself instead of putting a lot of your energy out there into other people. It could be reining in an imbalance. It could be the energy of someone in your life who's not charitable, who's been really drawing your energy, taking from you, which is why you are needing to focus so much on the self right now. Okay, Sun crossing you is an interesting crossing, right? An energy in your consciousness. It's an energy you're very focused on. It could be your energy or the energy of someone around you. It is a person. Is someone in power, or powerful energy, I should say. But actually, it's a powerful energy that has a lot of creative potential, the ability to make things happen. You have this energy within you or around you. It's very much at the forefront of your mind, this energy. It could be why it feels like the sun is available to you, but always out of reach. If this is the energy you are bringing to this situation, it's always having this authority, success, potential, ability to bring your thoughts, your creative energies into reality. And so if you have that skill set, that ability consistently, why can't you bring the sun? Or there's an energy around you, someone around you who's very powerful and has that skill, that capability consistently. Very sturdy foundation. Why can't, if you're so tied to this energy, it could be someone in your family, or it could be a boss who you are close to, that you have a good relationship with, somebody in where you work that you have a good relationship with. But the sun still eludes you. And it's, I think, because you're very focused here, and what's in the unconscious in the moon is the challenge here in this part of the reading. Something's hidden from you. You're not looking at something. It's in your unconscious. Very, very deeply hidden in your unconscious. The good news is you're on the path to Ten of Cups. But the sun is eluding you because of the moon. This unconscious thing that's hidden from you. Can we have advice on what to shift? More advice. I've got a bajillion cards here. I like just one or two cards at a time. Okay. Trying something new. Okay. The shift, the advice around your shift is trying something completely new, taking a new perspective on the situation, or trying something new around getting to the sun. You've been thinking about this, and you're being guided and told that what you're doing, concentrating on this and coming up to some logical conclusions, that's the right way to go. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this energy here that's in the front of your mind. This doesn't need to go away or shift in any way. The issue here is the moon, what's hidden from you. Apart from the advice cards coming out, potentially taking some time, doing some work to kind of dig deep into your subconscious, whether that's something like EDMR or journaling, dream journaling, meditation, there could be lots of possibilities here for digging into your subconscious. But the advice in what you need to shift to keep moving more positively is trying something new. The something new needs to be something that you really connect with, that speaks to your soul. It makes your soul sing. You are in the flow when you're doing this thing. And when you encounter periods of discouragement or things not going your way, making sure you're checking yourself when you feel that energy. It's not that you're going to be able to avoid that energy. It happens to all of us because we're all in human bodies with human minds and human emotions, but not allowing yourself to get trapped in a state of discouragement if it's not moving at the pace that you'd like it to move. But the advice and the shift is finding something new and where you can connect to your flow. And not allowing yourself to get hung up in discouragement, because I feel like that, like, this is taking you steps forward. This is taking you steps forward. You know where you want to go, right? But stop focusing on 10 of Cups, Sun. Stop focusing on, I should be there already. I should be there already. I should be there already. And then getting discouraged when you're not. I think that's the energy, that it's the shift is stop thinking you should be here already. Like, we want to be here, okay? But then the 10 is also the end. It's the end of this phase of the journey, and then you start over again and you do something new, right? Take your time and enjoy this leg of the journey, because you have lots of things to enjoy here. 8 of Swords energy. You can keep focusing on things that make you feel good. In fact, it's encouraging you to find what makes your soul sing. Put your time and energy into what makes your soul sing. And don't get discouraged when you're not getting there fast enough. You're going to get to the sun when you stop trying so hard to get to the sun tomorrow. You are getting to the sun eventually. But I think what might be hidden from you in your unconscious is you feel like you've earned this and you should be there now. But what you're not seeing is this soul singing, new, wonderful, beautiful thing that's available here for you. That's where the joy is, in that part of the journey. Once you find that, you'll naturally wake up one day and go, oh, this is my 10 of Cups. This is the sun. I'm here. I didn't even realize it because I had my head down and I was having so much fun and I was enjoying myself so thoroughly that I stopped realizing that I was chasing the sun. And guess what? I'm here. That's your reading today. That's it. Okay, thank you, air signs, for joining. If this reading resonated for you and you'd like to claim it, I'd love to see your comment below. Thank you. Until next time. Okay, our final reading are for our water signs. Turquoise is the crystal that we have here today. We have got Scorpio. We've got Pisces. We've got Cancer. You're part of this reading today. All right, let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start with a significator card, just one card to get general energy for this reading. That's too many. We're actually taking this one. It really wants to come. Sephiroth. This is your temperance card. I'm just actually going to put this in the center here while I get my other card situated. Temperance card. Balance. Harmony. Generating that balance and that harmony. Alchemy. Okay, that's a good energy to have for a reading. We're going to get one card for our water signs. Apprentice of Cups. Some lack in emotional area. Lack in feeling connected, a lack in feeling loved. Present energy. Crossing this is 5 of Cups. Maybe a focus on something. Let's see what's in the past. Okay, in the past came together the 9 of Stones and the Druidic of Cups. It's a good past energy. Why are you in present Apprentice of Cups and Five of Cups? Okay, let's look at future energy. We've got Justice and the World reversed. Don't freak out yet, okay? That's not terrible. I know it feels like it is, but it's not, because this is a reading about what we can shift about our current situation to move more positively. So this is telling you, this is the reading that says, if I don't change anything about my current situation, right? But you're here because you want to shift something. So this is not your outcome. Okay, so just let's hang tight. Let's get into this and we'll see what the energies are. We'll see what it has to say. What's crowning our water signs? What's crowning our water signs? Come on, cards. All right, we got one here. Whew. Adept of Cups. It's like your Knight of Cups energy. Okay, water signs. Lots of Cups energy. Not surprising for water signs. Oh my goodness, with the Cups. Okay, we're going to put this in a situation where we can see everything as clearly as possible. I know it's a little bit of a strange looking spread, but we want to get it all in there so that we can see what is happening here. Okay. Okay. All right, water signs. I think the general energy of this reading is around emotions and relationships very heavily. I think that the energy of Temperance here is a need to bring harmony back in. And I think that that is the purpose of your viewing here. I think you're here looking for a shift. You want to shift towards more harmony. The energy of harmony is, you want that to kind of carry you, cradle you. You want to be in this kind of hammock, this safety net of harmony and peace and joy and balance, right? That's this underlying energy of like where you're trying to go. This past energy here, I'm going to go through this in the order of the story that's coming to me. And the past energy here, Nine of Stones with Druidic of Cups, is telling me that you've been in a relationship in the past or had a relationship in the past where you felt very connected with your emotions and very independent. Like, this is a wonderful place to be. You felt that you were supported, encouraged, you were really connected with self, you felt balanced, you were kind of maybe a resource or someone, a companion potentially. Maybe many people often came to you for advice and support. Like, you felt that you were the emotional regulator possibly for those around you, or you were really emotionally balanced and connected with others, plural, or at least one other. And you also had a lot of feeling of independence and security, confidence in your past. So this is a very good past energy. Present energy, we have Apprentice of Cups in reverse crossed with Five of Cups. So very recent energy. Often this might come as a result of some sort of loss or severing of ties. Something disrupted this feeling, this energy that you had, and you're in Apprentice of Cups reverse energy, kind of page reverse, meaning you're having a difficult time with emotional regulation, and or finding yourself in this period where you're feeling positive emotions. You don't understand it because of having this in your past. It's like coming back to center is eluding you a little bit. 5 of Cups, a lot of focus on the loss and not having... It's almost like I get the energy that you don't feel like you have the fortitude, the strength to move past this energy here where you're focused on the bad thing that happened, the negative thing. You can't free yourself of that. There's a lot of ruminating here and a lot of just, I feel regret is the word that I want to say. Regret, remorse. Not how I normally read all of these cards, but it's just very, very heavy emotional energy. An example of why this energy may be for someone, I'm not saying that this is what happened. I'm just saying an example is like a marriage or a long-term romantic relationship breaking up, or the loss of a loved one in some way. And I feel this energy here is grief energy. And all you can focus on right now is filling that cup. You want someone to fill that cup with their love because you think it's going to make you heal and feel better. So this is why this, like I said, don't get ahead of yourself and look at Justice reverse and the World reverse as a bad part of the reading, okay? You don't want to stay here and have this be the result, right? If you get stuck here, you stay in grief and remorse and regret and sadness, then yeah, you remain out of balance and you never get to the world, right? That's of course the outcome. So of course you want to shift and move things into a positive direction. This is why we don't worry when we look at cards without giving context to cards. Don't give them more power than they deserve, okay? What's in your subconscious? 7 of Cups, reverse. Like a feeling that there's a lack of hope, a lack of at a soul deep, subconscious level. Like your dreams have been, sucked away from you, and your vision for the future has disappeared. Mm-hmm. Okay, how do we shift for our water signs? Can we have some advice on how to shift? Ace of Cups is new love. I'm glad I didn't say anything. My personal advice would not have been the same as the advice of the cards or the energies here. Anything else? Okay. I know I didn't say anything while laying out these cards. I wanted them to tell their own story. So at the top of your mind is wanting to have your cup filled. We've already talked about that. Like really putting your cup out there and saying, please fill my cup. I need love. I need something to fill this void. I need something to help with this grief. First, this is not from the cards. This is from me. Okay. So if you are in grief, feeling like you're stuck and you can't get out of it, really go consult the different stages of grief. If you're not already familiar with those stages of grief, recognize where in that path that you are. If this is grief for some of you, okay? It feels that way. So make sure you understand the stages of grief. You're not going to jump over a season or a stage of grief. You're just going to go through it. So recognizing what you're going to be up against and what you're facing in your future, it just gives you context for, okay, I'm going to get through this. Right now I'm in anger. Right now I'm in depression. I feel like you're in the sadness or the kind of lack of acceptance phase, maybe early grief, right? So I do think it's helpful to get an understanding that that's from human psychology. You'll go through stages of grief, okay? Focusing on getting your cup filled is not a bad thing based on what we're seeing here. And Ace of Cups is some of the advice that's coming out. Seeking new love. It doesn't mean you jump into a new romantic relationship right away. It might mean moving into the energy of, I'm going to seek companionship with other people, whether it's just having coffee with a friend, doing something, kind of getting into that, getting out there and experiencing something new that is fulfilling for me. That's going to be part of filling your cup, is going out and spending time with people and experiencing those new experiences, new love, okay? Let that come to you. Apprentice of Stones, this is here in reverse. Like, this is not your time to be focused on anything but healing yourself emotionally. It's not a time to distract yourself with new things. Like, I'm going to learn how to do A, B, C, D, and then consume myself with an activity. It's saying not to do that, not because it's a bad idea to learn or grow, but because it could potentially be a misstep in that it's being used to distract you from healing, distract you from the pain. So don't pursue things that are there as distractions from the pain. Make sure that you're pursuing very thoughtfully, front of mind. This is all in your conscious, okay? So consciously making choices to spend time with people and having some new experiences, okay? We've got 10 of Swords here, saying that there is going to be an end to this heartache, a difficult choice coming forward for you in one of the shifts that you need to make. And I think that the difficult choice, you may encounter a new love at some point along this journey, along this path, and it may be difficult to choose that. It may be difficult to choose that new love because there may be a difficulty in letting go of the old love. And that's the 10 of Swords and the 2 of Swords there. Any other clarification on 7 of Cups reverse? I wanted to see more here. So in your subconscious, yeah, feeling like there's nothing left. That's grief lying to you, and you are going to be manifesting new love, bringing new love into your life. once you make this shift. The shift that you need to make, something that you already know, the reason why you're viewing this is you're wanting to make changes to get you out of this energy. The changes are definitely focused on emotions, making sure you're recognizing where you are and taking actions to pursue more new relationships, whether that's just trying to start dating again eventually or connecting with loved ones. That is definitely the advice that's here. There's going to be some communication that comes in for you, and it is going to come in quickly. That might be an important piece of this puzzle to help you move into this energy where really all of this top of mind energy is where you are being guided to put your focus to heal yourself. I'm just getting groups of cards now. And a new partnership coming in for you. Yeah, I think for many of you, this is a romantic relationship that split apart. It doesn't have to be the case for all of you, but for many of you, this is kind of a grieving over a romantic relationship and feeling like all of your hopes and dreams that you had around that partnership are crushed. But you're going to be able to manifest new hopes, new dreams in this new partnership. You're going to have a communication that comes in quickly, possibly an invitation to go on a date. If you take the action to actually get out there and pursue something new for yourself, you're certainly longing for it. Making sure you're being very thoughtful and mindful about it, understanding that healing from this is an end. There is an end to this heartbreak. It may feel like a difficult choice to accept this invitation, but at some point, one of those invitations that comes in for you is going to result in a new partnership, new love, where you're freeing yourself and you're coming back into harmony and abundance. Okay, thank you, water signs. Thank you for joining this reading. If you would like to claim this reading, I'd love to see a comment below.